Hi. The same pattern that I did the backpack. I thought I'd have a go at the messenger bag. Now, because I just want to see how this one works out because of the size, then I'm using all different types of different colours of material, but the same quality and type of material. I've got a dog one, so I've got to do lining, flaps, and then body. So I think that's my lining. Then them ones. Sorry, can't talk today. That's another one. I think that one's. I can't remember what they are. I think that's linings because. So that'll be flaps, that'll be linings, and that'll be the main body of the fabric. And it's all basically on the same colour, which is like beige and browns, so hopefully that'll blend together. It might not look too bad, but this is the one that will probably set it apart. And that's I made an apron, 1940s apron for my daughter, who absolutely loves eggs, so I got some material for the eggs on, and so this is all scraps and leftover stuff. So yeah, I'm going to have a go at making that. That's the pockets then too. So basically, let's just see how we get on. Do a bit more and I'll come back. So the first thing that we had to do was fuse the interface into the wrong side of number 1, 2, 3 and 4, which is there. But because there's such a lot to interface at the same time, I usually interface the whole fabric, then pin them on, then cut them out, so you kill two birds with one stone. Then you stay stitch the edge, which is this one here, stay stitched either side of there, and then you pin it to front and back. Front and back are the same, and obviously right sides together. So let's just put this down now and then you'll be able to see. So that's front and back, and you pin it all the way round. There you go. And then I need to find out whether it's 3/8 of an inch or 5/8 of an inch. So I need to read I need to read the pattern. Right, I've now sewn it all together, all the way around both sides. I'm going to turn it inside out before I press it, just to make sure I've got no puckers, to make sure the body, I mean that I am using up leftover fabrics, but I've got no problem. I'm not necessarily going to use this, but it's just to prove actually that it can be done and what size it's going to be and how easy it's going to be. And yeah, that corner's absolutely fine. There's just a little tiny one just there. I might have a look at that in a minute though. The other side's fine. I'll just have a quick look at that on the other side. Other than that, but what is a bit disconcerting is the fact that these sides don't match. This, whatever length this is, didn't come out the same as what the pattern. So is that my mistake or is that theirs? So probably mine. But anyway, I can shorten it. I'm not, you know, you don't have to have one exactly the same. Anyway, I've just got to check that pucker, but it's gone on absolutely fine. That's how wide it's going to be. It is a messenger bag after all. It's not a deep shopping bag or anything like that, or a wide one. So there you go, that's what we've got so far. I think it looks quite cute with the eggs, but there you go. Right, this is the flap section, and basically right sides together, sew around 3 sides, turn, press, and then baste across the top. This is the body of the bag, and then you just attach with whichever side you want, because it's the same. And apparently it says attach, let's have a read. It says 4 back, pin flap to 1 front and back section, matching small circles, so I should get the pattern out again and just check, because when you iron, obviously, because you use one of them heat pens, and things come off, so I should get one of them pens and just double check that I've got the right alignment in the right place. So basically I just picked, see if I can get you in shot, I just picked one of the sides and then made sure it was in the centre of that back section equally, and then just basted it across the top, and then when you look, that's how it is. So basically this bag comes together quite quickly actually. I don't think there's only about, I think there's only 4. There's a back, a front, the edging and the flap, and a couple of pockets which obviously go on the lining. So that's what we've got so far. Well, this next section is where you turn over 1/4 inch on all sides of both. One's got interfacing on and one hasn't, and you do 1/4 inch on either side of each one, and then you sew them together. You put them on top of each other just like that, and then sew them together. Right, I've done that. I'm not 100% convinced that that's a good way of making a strap. If you think of a better way, then I certainly can, but there you go. The next stage is to pin this to the outside of the bag on the right side. So it's one there, and then you take it all the way round, and obviously put it on this side, making sure it's even, I suppose, in the middle, which is there. And that from that side to that side would be in the middle there, so, and then pin. I assume I base that on. It says more, and yeah, so I base that across now. So once you've basted that on, basically your bag is finished and ready for the next stage, and then it's to start on the pockets, and you have to get them ready. Okay, so we've prepared the pockets and then placed them on one of the lining pieces, back and front, because they're both the same in this case. Then we've stay stitched the edges of the side panel, and basically now it's right sides together with this. It's exactly the same as what you do with the front. You put right sides together and then pin this all the way around and then sew it in. So that's the sides turned, sewn on. Turn it inside out. There you go, there's the pockets. There you go, so that's that bit done. So there's the bag, right sides together and all pinned up, side seams matching at the sides and all pinned around, and then I'm going to stitch. So you've sewn all the top around, and then I forgot to say earlier to leave an opening in one of your linings when you sew that together, and then obviously then you put it, let's see if I can get you a bit further back so I can actually show you the reveal. you could actually make one any size you wanted just by watching this video, this YouTube tutorial, because there's not many pieces. All you've got to do is put exactly where you know, make it whatever size. You see what size the flap is. Right. So then you pull it out and then you push it in. So then that's it inside. There's your pocket and there's your flap. And then when I've neatened it up, oops, I can't see whether you can see it or not. There's your inside, there's your pocket, there's your flap. I'll tidy it up and then I'll come back. Oh, there you go, it's all finished. I mean, it's just fabric, there's no metal clasp or anything in it, nothing, so it's just metal. It's absolutely ideal for someone for college. It's absolutely huge. I mean, to give you some idea, I'll put a book inside, and that's a big book, that is. And it just completely disappears in there, so absolutely brilliant for students, this is. And obviously doing it in appropriate colours for a student. But yeah, I mean, it's absolutely solid, it's huge, great for files, students. Easy, really easy to make. You could, if I give you a rough idea, the measurement across there is, and I'm going to have to tell you in inches, I'm afraid, just not including the size. Size is 14.5 inches by, that's the finished side, again before the side is 12.25 inches. The flap is 14.25 inches by 14.75 inches. It's a really large bag, but yeah, easy and absolutely fine. There you go.